these guys has huge gifts.
That was just one of those moments that I sort of thought, this is why we are engaged in this work, because it gives our life meaning as well. It gives him a future.
Well, I just think we need to find him a girlfriend. Yes. To get on the ball here, small town. You know, let's get our networks working. Okay, Facebook.
Chances are.
A wonderful moment for me since living in Canada was when I received my driving license.
Happy birthday to you.
The gentleman is the and the cameraman is Joey. Today or tonight is the night that we begin to learn to look through the eyes of others, to find out and experience what the world is like for them. It is also the night that we grow bigger than our differences. So the reason that you're here right now is because I wanted all of us to get to know more about each other. And I wanted you all to try some different Afghani food, which I hope you liked and enjoyed it. So, I would like to talk a little bit about my story of living as a refugee in Indonesia and the process of me coming to Canada.
Like, if you consider what a gift Rama is in your lives, like that kind of youthful energy and his different perspective, he's very questioning, he's super intelligent. Just imagine that times 20, times 30, because every one of these guys has huge gifts. And not just like gifts in terms of, you know, they're working and paying taxes and all that, but they have gifts of resilience and survival and adaptability that we can only imagine, right? We're sort of given our lives in a way as middle-class Canadians. We can screw it up, but we're given a lot of gifts. These guys, like to me, are heroes. They won't even talk about what they went through before they came to Indonesia because it's pretty harrowing, but we're talking survival, and they're the ones who survived. And then they're the ones who survived the Indonesian system, which is brutal, as we just saw. And they're the ones who learned the language, social media skills, did the outreach. That's why they're here. It's not because of me. You know, I mean, you guys sponsored them, so it's because of you, but it's also because of them. They just are really unbelievable people, and I consider them sort of role models, and I feel very privileged to know them, and I love hanging out with them. I love eating their food. I love their dance parties. In a way, I'm sort of preaching to the choir here because you guys are all pretty much sponsors. But I would suggest, like when we were looking at the pictures that Robin was showing, it's like, I know that guy, I know that guy. One of them is here, and another like 10 are not. And that's the bittersweet part of this, is that you bring someone into your life and you watch them grow and you feel like you've invested in giving somebody hope. But then all the other people who haven't been given that gift are still there. And I know these guys have a lot of guilt. They're talking to these guys still, get me sponsors, somehow get me out of this place. So that happiness of being here and starting a life in Canada is always tempered by sort of survival guilt of the people they left behind. And I share that, and you know, Ramnath's not the last Hazara you're going to see around here. And so I would say let's just keep it going. You know, there's no limit to this stuff. So as much as you can, do it again if Perry calls, just say yes, please. So thank you, that's all I got.
A wonderful moment for me since living in Canada was when I received my driving license. That is something, that might be something just ordinary for some of you, but it was extraordinary for me and for many of us, because we were deprived of that and we would never have that in Indonesia. So it gives us a sense of belonging to our country, having home, and the sense of being accepted and treated like everyone else. which we are really grateful for. And also I want to say thank you to all those others who have been on sponsored teams, and we really appreciate that. So thank you everyone. I'm glad to have the opportunity to talk and having you here. Thank you.
And it's like Ramat said, it's building caring communities. Canadians and refugees together, building bridges. And so what we are doing through this community awareness piece is, how do we spread the word? How do we start to engage people? Just imagine if we had a huge community of caring Canadians connected for a common cause, when they felt they could make a difference. Because I get overwhelmed when I listen to the Ukraine war. I mean, I just don't even know what to do. It's so sad. But when you can make a difference in one person's life, then you feel, okay, I can feel some reward. Because I listen to the other stuff that goes on around me, and I just think, I can feel really sad with that. But this gives us hope. And we need everybody. We need people who can write, people who can network, people who can sponsor, people who can raise funds, because we're operating as volunteers. And I think that is something that's really exciting for me, and I'm so grateful to be part of this community, and grateful for what Vermette has already done up here, and we just can dream about the future. So thank you for doing this tonight. This is amazing. Thank you.
So when he arrived, moved into my house, it was like, because we had spent so much time doing texting, as Stephen has already mentioned how important that is, texting, video calls, he sent me so many pictures of Indonesia, I think it feels like I've been there. And all those type of things, that when he moved into my house, and I think he will attest to this, it was almost like he was just on a long vacation, he was just coming home. And that's how well he fit in. That's how well it worked out. I have had renters, but I've never had anybody like move into my house that was part of what I had to do. So, you know, that kind of changes things a little bit, because now when I go somewhere, I have to wait for somebody. I'm used to just getting in my truck and going. I don't wait for anybody. I think we've done a really good job of communicating with each other and going, you know, we need to talk about this, we need to talk about this. This is how he understands it and did it in his culture. This is how I do it. It warned me that, you know, having somebody move into your house is going to change your life. That it did, for a good thing. And I really appreciate him being in my house. And, you know, he's already talked a little bit about he might move to Toronto. And I think that's going to be a very sad day when he does that. But he's also been told that he's free to do whatever he wants to do. And that's, I want him to be able to do that. And he wants to go to college, he wants to go to Toronto and work, he wants to go somewhere else. He's not obligated to stay in my house. He can move. But he's always got a home.
Harry speaking, I had to say something. Harry's one of my best friends, which you know, and we talk about everything and anything. We're tight. And so when he came to me and talking about sponsorship and stuff like that, we were pretty excited about it, Kathy and I. And we know Perry's heart and where it's at for helping and reaching out and helping people. He's helped me endlessly with things. But when he started to talk about you and Ramit and what was going on, I said, yeah, I want to be a part of it. Let's do this. But there was a little bit of a secret motive in there, Ramit, I got to tell you. You know, we become friends now, and I've met you, and it's amazing. And you've come and been in our house and shared with our family, and you're like our family. We treat you like family. But Harry is a bachelor, you see. He never had any kids. And so when he was doing this and putting this all together, I was asking him questions too, like, where's Ramit going to be, and where's he going to live? Well, you just could be at my place. You don't want to work out. Okay. You're going to learn what it's like to have family. Because I talked to him, because we have, Kathy and I have 5 boys, right? Yeah. So we go through this, and I'll talk to Perry about things. Sometimes he'd like go, well, just do this or just do that. Like, dude, that doesn't work. But now you're here, and he has family in his house. Yes. And she's going, I get it. Yeah. But anyway, great to have you.
tonight is a great night because we have a lot of celebrations. It is David's birthday today.
Birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear